Good morning. It is another day in the shop, and we are back to working on the wrecker. We are back from Tennessee. We've been neglecting this old girl for like a month.
A long time. It's been a long time since I've welded, and I'm missing it.
Yeah, all of you that were chewing us out because this is taking too long, it was well founded. We were literally not working on it. Now we're back. So today we're gonna be installing the transfer case with the doubler. We've got those over there in a box. We haven't even seen them yet. We're gonna open those up in a minute. And you're gonna wanna see that because I know that I wanna see it. Do you wanna see it?
Of course.
Of course. Do you even know what a transfer case is?
I know what a transfer case is.
Okay. So we're gonna be installing stuff and building stuff and doing stuff and talking about stuff, and it's gonna be a good time. But first, let's get those unboxed. Let's see what's over here. I am very excited to open these boxes up. This is the transfer case from Midnight Metalworks, and this is the doubler from Off-Road Design. So we're gonna put these together and put them in there. It's gonna be awesome.
Shiny.
There it is. Okay, so this is a prototype unit that Midnight Metalworks is making. This is the first one. Now, they told Rory that they would give him the first one, and Rory called them and said, hey, send the first one to Matt, because my wrecker's already running. It was a really nice way of Rory to make me feel bad about my wrecker not running yet. So, thanks, Rory. No, seriously, that's awesome. So this is not built yet. They still have parts they're making for this. So we're just gonna kind of be temporary slapping it together. And this one truly is temporary because it's not gonna work without the parts. Just gonna, okay. So this is the doubler from Off-Road Design. I haven't seen it yet either. Some assembly required. I'm thinking it's going to take the rest of the day to try to figure out how to put this together, because I don't know. So this should make right up to this with no problems. But I think we've got a problem right here. We do. What's the top of this and what's the bottom? How in the world do these bolt together? It looks like I have to take this apart to bolt these together. So there's these holes drilled here. Don't know what they're for. Don't know if I'm leaving something out. Wish I had an expert here. Yep, we've only got 4 studs that line up. Hello.
Hey, it's Joe at Midnight Metalworks.
I'm trying to figure out how to get this Off-Road Design doubler attached to the transfer case.
The rear output housing is just a scratch mark. They should line up with the case. And then
Yep.
the doubler, like I said, I stamped it with the number 2, and it's right up where the shifter would be on the doubler and towards the top of our case.
Yeah, I've got both of these lined up. So, all right, that answers my question. Like I said, I've just never done any of this, so you wouldn't believe how ignorant I am at 4-wheel drive stuff. Okay.
Ask them about any fasteners or anything.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Bye. So they're calling this straight up and down. So we'll put this stud in right here. Yep, that's right. So this is as good as we can get there. Okay. Okay. The mount is what needs to be cut.
We're gonna have to clearance this too, right?
No, that was lower than it.
Okay.
So just make sure you cut
In,
on this side of the line. Then we'll put it back together. Yeah, it should fit. Just looking at it. Now that we know that, let's put this back on.
Who needs power tools? Me.
Trevor was correct. He said, I don't think there's enough clearance on those. And I said, there's plenty of clearance. I was right, there's not enough clearance. So we're gonna have to take this whole thing out again. I would cut down like a 1/4 inch. So Lizzie brought these back. I wanted them that much longer, and that's what she brought me.
I did something right from once.
Good job, Lizzie. Did you bring me a bag of popcorn?
No.
This is finally starting to come together. I'm finally feeling a little more comfortable with how this works. Remember, we're just putting this together for mock-up, so we're not putting any sealant, we're not putting any of the gaskets in. This is simply find out our drive shaft lengths, and I guess I'm taking a little crash course in transfer cases and doublers. So this has a gear reduction in it, the same gear reduction the Banana has, 2.72 to 1. And then this has a gear reduction in it, which is the same as the Morrvair has, which is a 1.96 to 1. But I can add them together and get 5.33. If you round up, I've got a 2 to 1 low range, I've got a 3 to 1 low range, and a 5 to 1 low range. Not too shabby. All right, that is definitely tight enough for testing. There. Well, that looks really good. I was kind of complaining about how things were going, but it's not bad. All right, so we got the transfer case in here. It's just mocked up so that we can check our driveline angles and figure that part out. We've also got to figure out the transmission mount. I'm going to be moving it from this adapter to this adapter. It's back like 6 inches. I think it's going to be stronger, and plus we got some interference problems. But it's a step in the right direction. It's lunchtime. We're going to go to lunch. We're going to come back and get back after it. All right, we're back from lunch, and we're going to be working on some heat shields. We got the rubber cab mounts that go right here, and they need to be protected from the heat from the exhaust, so I'm going to make a heat shield out of cardboard. It won't work, and then we will copy it onto stainless steel, and that will work. Okay, we need 6 of these. All right, we've got a couple things we've got to do. So originally, a lot of you remember, we were planning on using these as air tanks. I didn't like how much they bulged, so we're just abandoning that. There's a lot of things that we need to do to like drill and tap into this. It would ruin it as a tank anyway without using sealant or whatever. So that's why we're putting these tanks on. Trevor and Lizzie have been working on these, and these are gonna go right here. We're gonna drill and tap holes into the frame to keep them there, and that's what's gonna protect the cab mounts from heat. Put it together, take it apart, put it together, take it apart. That is the most commonly used step in a fabrication project like this. Almost got you. Okay, here's half of the temporary exhaust. Here's the other half of the temporary exhaust. All right, what we've decided to do is we're gonna number these and make a corresponding number where they go, because making them all the same sounds like an awful lot of work. Now I've got to somehow drill that and tap it and smash it over. It's got to be a believable story when it's done, like, hey, that looks pretty good. I think we got ourselves a winner here, Tucker. What do you think? We've just got to do that 5 more times. Oh, did we figure out a way to label these?
Let's just randomly name them something and hopefully remember where they go.
Their association, it's like fish, water, and then it'll be like swimming, and then the other will be suit. I'll let you do whatever you want. I want no part of this. All right, so we got all 6 of the cab mount heat shields installed. Trevor did some fabrication. You know, Trevor perpetuates a lie, a myth, that he's not a fabricator. But look at these.
I don't know what he's saying.
All right, so there's various things that have to be drained through the skid plate, so we're gonna be making holes for those. Yeah. All right, that makes it so we can drain the moisture out of these tanks, whether we do it with auto drains or manual drains, or we don't drain it at all because we never do. We could have drained it. The next step is gonna be a big full-length heat shield from there to there.
That's to answer the question about what about heating up the air in your air tanks?
Yeah. Like I said, when we bought this kit off of Amazon, gigantic off-road record kit, came incomplete. Some assembly required. We're in the middle of that process. This is some assembly. All right, we are back on the heavy wrecker today. Lizzie's gonna be in later today, but Trevor's already here. Trevor, tell them what we're working on today.
We're doing heat shields. We're gonna shield the air tanks from getting too hot and expanding and blowing up, even though they won't because we're gonna have pressure regulator thingy-majobbers on them. And we're gonna move the cherry bombs back.
So I went home last night and I thought about what I did. I don't know why I put the mufflers where they didn't go, because I've always been planning on putting them there. I don't know. But we're gonna fix that. When Lizzie gets here, I'm gonna ask her politely if she'll do that for us. So these are the heat shields that shield the tank. We're gonna need to bend them. They just need one bend. Really simple, but they're too big for our little brakes, so we're gonna have to go take those over probably to Rudy's shop and get those broke. And then there's some other things here. You'll see. We're gonna get started on that right now. So Trevor, the first thing I need from you is to deburr 2 of these.
Deburr!
Fantasy Island reference there. All right, I'm making patterns for the bends when we do the real ones so we can see if they're gonna work. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have these little braces like that to triangulate. I'll have 4 of them across each side. It'll not be like that, except for this bend will be in it. Call Rudy, see if he's available, and zoom over there. I need those broke into exactly that.
So here we are, Rudy's place of employment. I've got the metal. We're gonna go see what Rudy can do for us.
Rudy!
What you doing?
Just making a part for somebody.
Well, I need you to make a part for us.
Oh yeah? Wow, those are shiny.
I need you to bend these big ones like this little one.
What are these for? Heat shields?
Yeah. How astute of you to deduce.
Stop using big words, Trevor.
Virtually identical.
Good job, Rudy. Pretty nice.
So people are still asking, where's Rudy? Where are you, Rudy?
I'm right here. So I'm here fabbing stuff, gates and railings and custom gun safes by day, and by night I'm working on things like that. So, for my YouTube channel.
What is your YouTube channel called?
Rudy's Adventure in Design.
Go check it out. All right, thanks, Rudy.
Okay, take care, Trevor.
All right, so I got these all bent up and drilled up, and Trevor's back.
We're back.
And Lizzie's back.
I'm here.
Actually, she's just here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna drill out these circles, these holes. Those are gonna be for Lizzie to plug weld onto the belly pan, and then we're going to break them with these. It may not make sense right now, but stay tuned and it will all become clear.
We're gonna do exactly the same thing we did on that side, but we're gonna do it faster because now we all know what it is. That's the plan.
Did you get them?
Got them.
All right, in order to move this muffler back and get it where it should be, where I should have put it the first time, I'm gonna have to cut this up. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut it up. We only wasted that much. Okay. I can get behind that. Well, that's all it needed. Will you push that pipe in, Trevor? Kind of wiggle it and push it in. Yeah. Okay, Lizzie. Put 3 tacks as far apart from each other as you can on both of those. I like it. I know we've built this exhaust like 5 times for no reason, but sometimes that's how we do. All right, we got a lot done this time. We got the exhaust reworked again temporarily. We got the heat shields on. We got tanks mounted. We got the transfer case and the doubler mounted.
I got to weld, which is fun because I haven't welded in a while.
And now we're going to lunch. Thanks for watching.
I got my lunch.
It's funny because it's 2 gallons of maple syrup.